Welcome back. We're on to our second hour of the KTN News Desk. You're with me, Akisa Wandera. Now, the trial of controversial miracle babies televangelist Gilbert Deya is set to continue today in the afternoon at the Milimani Law Courts, with more witnesses set to testify. 25 witnesses are expected to take the stand to witness against Gilbert Deya. The preacher has been charged with 5 counts of stealing children below the age of 14 years between 2002 and the year 2004 at Mountain View Estate here in Nairobi. And for more on that, let's now speak to our reporter Shadrach Miti, who continues to follow up on this story. He's joining us live from our City Center studios. A very good afternoon to you, Shadrach Miti. Who do we expect to take the stand in the afternoon?
Well, Akisa, we really don't have the identity of the next witness on the stand yet, but what we know is witness number 3. Remember, yesterday we only managed to have 2 witnesses taking to the stand. And although it had earlier been anticipated that at least 3 of the witnesses will be taking to the stand, the prosecution applied and requested for indulgence of the court, explaining that the 3rd witness who was supposed to take to the stand had some issues, and also the prosecution had some issues to fix concerning him. And so we will be expecting this afternoon at around 2:30, when the hearing of the case resumes, that the 3rd witness will be taking to the stand. And so how many of the witnesses we are expecting today, we do not know. But what we know for sure is that the hearing of this case, Akisa, has to be done on a day-to-day basis until all the 25 witnesses are over. Remember, sorry, the decision to ensure that the case is heard on a daily basis was reached following the earlier decision by the court to deny the accused the bond or bail for that matter. And so in what the courts explained, that trying hard not to be seen to be infringing on the rights of the accused, they decided that in order to expedite the hearing, the judgment, and finally the decision, the case has to be dispensed of within a very short time. And so that is why this case is being heard on a day-to-day basis. And so we do not know how many of the witnesses will be taken to the stand today, but this is one of the orders that were issued by the courts, so that the accused, even as he continues being locked up in cells as the hearing continues, is not seen to be or to have suffered another way of being denied his rights. Akisa.
So, Shadrach, you were in court yesterday. Just keep us up to speed with what happened in court today. And, of course, you've mentioned the witnesses we expect. We don't know the number. But really, what do we expect to happen in court today vis-a-vis what you heard or saw yesterday?
Well, yesterday, if we have to look at what happened yesterday, Akisa, the issue that was really coming out was the identity of the alleged children to have been stolen, or for that matter, children whose identity is yet to be established. Remember, one of the witnesses, that was Inspector of Police, who was there to witness during the year 2004, he informed the court that he was a constable working in the Department of Special Crimes. And so he narrated to the court on how on the 19th of November 2004, in company of other officers, they raided Gilbert Deya's home in Mountain View in Westlands, where they managed to get a total of 10 children who had been kept there. 2 of the children were identified to be Gilbert and Mary Deya's children, but 8 of them, their parentage is yet to be established. And so one of the things that was coming out from yesterday's hearing is who are these children? Are there any claimants or complainants to the effect that they can come out and say that these are our children, and so we are their parents? And so even as the hearing goes into its second day, then it's expected that the hardest part of the prosecution will be to bring out the complainants and claimant for that matter, because unless that happens, then it may be so hard to pin down the accused over the same. Because if indeed the state says that there was theft and trafficking of children, then the next question will be who is the parent who has come out to claim that indeed these are my children. So those are some of the things, because apart from the police officer who testified, we also had another witness from the Civil Registry Department, who at that time was working in the registration of birth and death in Amagoro. Amagoro is an area within Busia County. Formerly, that was a Teso district. And so he explained on how one of his working days, officers from the Director of Criminal Investigation visited there with a view to finding out on information regarding a lady or a girl child who had been registered from that office with information suggesting that he was Gilbert Deya's daughter. And so those are some of the things that we shall be looking into, and how interesting it pans out. Remember, key or central to this all evidence giving and witness cross-examination will be to find the authenticity of the witnesses and the information they shall be giving to the courts, with a view to establishing that whether these children that are at the center of this accusation and the case at large are their parents can come out and really claim that they are the parents to those children as such.
All right,
back to you,
Shadrach.
Akisa.
Shadrach Miti, our reporter there, joining us live from our City Center studios as he continues to follow up on